Let's talk about one of my favorite things to do in difficult matchups. A strategy I use a lot: push mid, roam bot. But before we get to that part, enemies invaded our top side, so we can just freely move into bot and look for enemy jungle once he gets down there. Very rarely after they invade top side is enemy jungle actually gonna stay there, so you can just pick him off when he gets back to bot. Well, now we are in the difficult lane, okay. Victor is not a great matchup. As long as you don't get hit by his Q, laser, you can get hit by the little one he throws out here, then you're good, okay. But just do your best to farm and maybe try and land ease. It's not easy, but you can probably fish a few ones in there from time to time. Just to gain some more permanent HP, also just to restore some HP. You can see I've actually managed to hit quite a few at this point. He's playing very aggressive. He actually does get punished here by my support player. I can't really follow though, since it's legit the biggest wave here. So I'll just let him finish him off. And now push the wave. I'm pinging my jungler to help me. He was nearby, so that's perfect. Just push this out and get back. I'm going to tank Swain build, okay? The one with dry lice into tank situational items. This roaming playstyle is actually super strong with the tank items because they are very cheap and you don't really need that much gold to be valuable because you just get really tanky and then you have slows on dry lice and then you just win, right? So you can afford to lose minions mid. You can afford to have low CS if you're playing the tank setup. So I do kind of enjoy tank setup into difficult matchups, okay? I'm gonna cancel my recall here and try and help them out, but I actually do end up dying. Well, now I just make my way back to mid. I'm gonna try and push out the wave, okay? I don't want to interact with him much because I'm not really gonna win it, right? So I push out the wave and now I can go down and help with Drake. Nothing else occurs, so I'm just back to mid again. Push the wave. And now, because my Graves is bot side invading, I'm gonna make my way down there and look for an angle, okay? Since I'll arrive way earlier than Victor, and it's also risky for Victor to follow me because I could be waiting in the jungle with Graves, right? So bot lane alone picks off the pike. I'm gonna stay down here though because I want to make sure this Corki dies as well. It's very, very broken. If you can dive enemy bots, make them lose 2 plates, make them lose 2 free waves, right? Like, it's so valuable and it's so easy to do, man, especially if you have like CC support here. Like, look at this. Even though it was like kind of like a 4v3 down here, they stand no chance at all. We just run them over completely. Another thing that might happen: if you roam and the enemy mid laner doesn't roam, his teammates can get very angry at him, okay? I think he's frustrated at Victor because he's like, why didn't you follow? Even though he couldn't, right? But people do not understand this. It's not really Victor's fault. I'm just playing a super high roaming aggressive run bot playstyle, okay? While he's a scaling mage that likes to stay mid in the 1v1. So I'm not playing his fight, I'm playing my own game, okay? So again, I'm gonna make my way down to bot because I see enemies are overextending. And I'll just zone them off here. I don't really care about mid. Mid was even pushed by my Graves, right? I'm just down here, fighting, okay? And with Rylai's, look at this, man. They cannot play, bro. I can just run in there. slow everyone and they all just die, right? Like, I don't need to play Victor's 1v1 game. Since I got unlocked by my jungle and support, right? They came mid like early a few times. That just makes my life so much easier because now I can start roaming the map. And I'm not bound by this 1v1 where I have to play against Victor, which is much more difficult. I'm just trying to do my best to avoid him at all costs, okay? Well, secondary item, I'm gonna buy Frozen Heart here. They have a lot of AD champs. Only real AP champ is Victor. I'm gonna drop into the sideways. As my bot lane already took down their tower. I end up stopping Corki's recall and now we can just dive him again. Like, dives are one of the most broken stuff in the game. But it's so underused below diamond, okay? Like, people do not dive below diamond. Seriously, like, they don't dive enough. You can dive so many times. Towers are not as scary as people make them out to be. But it does require a lot of game knowledge to understand how to dive, how to juggle aggro, etc. Okay? Well, since bot was pushed, I'm just in mid looking for fights. And I can just run this Corki down because I'm so strong with this item spike. Look, they do not stand a chance at killing me at all. Since I have the Warden's Mail, right? And I just pretty much out-heal everyone. It's not even close. Me and Amumu can 2v4 them easily. I was having a bit too much fun though, so I end up running into Pyke and dying, but it's okay. I'm just gonna finish off my second item, make my way down to the Twisted Fate, and he just gives up when he sees me because there's no way he can beat me with my tank items at this point. He's 80 TF, right? He's just tickling me, okay? This is a strategy I love to use when it's a bad mid lane matchup, okay? Try and get yourself unlocked. If you get help from like a support gank, that's super well done. Stop playing Victor's 1v1 game. Make the game chaotic.